Good afternoon. Fade to Black breaking news for this Monday, March 25th, 2024. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. How you doing? Kicking off another week here on Fade to Black, and it's another big one. Tonight, the one and only Robert M. Knight is with us. One of the greatest rock and roll and music photographers in the world, period, is joining us tonight. And we are going to talk about rock stars and UFOs and remote viewing because he is also an extraordinary UFO researcher. Tonight, one of the biggest shows ever on Fade to Black. Robert M. Knight is joining us. I'm so excited about this. Tomorrow night, Vivian Chavez is with us to discuss our galactic origins. All of that and much more. Starseeds. Wednesday night, James Keenan is here. Skinwalker and Blind Frog Ranch and his research into all of that. That is Wednesday night. And then Thursday, finally, we're going to do an AMA, AJA, Ask Jimmy Anything. Try to do these once a month. We've missed a couple of months now, but we are doing it on Thursday night. AMA. Big week here on Fade to Black. Very excited. Let's get straight to it. On this day in history, 1987, it was a crazy day. Responding to a 911 call, police raid the Philadelphia home of Gary Heidney in the basement of Heidnick's dilapidated house is a torture chamber where 3 naked women were found chained to a sewer pipe. A 4th woman, Josefina Rivera, had escaped and called police. The sign in front of his house read, United Church of the Ministries of God. I'm going to leave that right there. Fade or fact? You ready? Homo Heidelbergensis, early humans, lived in London 500,000 years ago. And that is your Fade or fact. Let's get to the breaking news. Earlier today, a federal judge dismissed a lawsuit by Elon Musk X Corporation, formerly known as Twitter, against the nonprofit Center for Countering Digital Hate, which has documented the increase in hate speech on the site since it was acquired by the Tesla owner. X, again, formerly known as Twitter, had argued that the center's researchers violated the site's terms of service by improperly compiling public tweets, and that its subsequent reports on the rise of hate speech cost X millions of dollars when advertisers fled. U.S. District Court Judge Charles Breyer dismissed the suit, writing in his order that it was unabashedly and it was just all about one thing: punishing the nonprofit for its speech. X had alleged the nonprofit scraped its site for data, which is against its terms of service. But the judge found that X failed to allege losses based on technological harms. That is, the company didn't show how the scraping led to financial losses for X. Now, I've got more Elon news. White hat hackers carjacked a Tesla using cheap legal hardware, exposing major security flaws in the vehicle. That's right. Security researchers used a $169 Flipper Zero device and a Wi-Fi development board to obtain a driver's credentials, break into a Tesla Model 3, and drive away. Cybersecurity researchers Tommy Misk and Talal Haj Bakri, who work for the tech firm Misk, have discovered an exploit that lets cyber criminals access Tesla accounts to generate a digital key before unlocking a victim's car and driving away. They detail their findings in a YouTube presentation showing that they conducted this exploitation through a public Wi-Fi network named Tesla Guest, just like the ones used at Tesla servicing centers. And that should freak you out. Apple, Alphabet's Google, and Meta platforms will be investigated for potential breaches of the EU's new Digital Markets Act, otherwise known as the DMA. European antitrust regulators announced earlier today, potentially leading to hefty fines for the companies. The European Union law, effective from March 7th, aims to challenge the power of tech giants by making it easier for people to move between competing online services like social media platforms, internet browsers, and app stores. That should, in turn, open up space for smaller companies to compete. Apple said it was confident its plan complied with the DMA. Meta says the company was going to comply with the Act's guidance. Google said it has made significant changes to its services and would defend its approach in the coming months. Violations could result in fines of as much as 10% of the company's global annual turnover. U.S. antitrust regulators are also challenging big tech over alleged anti-competitive practices in a crackdown that could even lead to companies being broken up. Scientists have observed like charges attracting each other over long distances in an apparent contradiction of a fundamental principle of physics. First stated by French physicist Charles Augustin de Coulomb in the 18th century, and that was that, quote, opposites attract and like charges repel each other. And that has pretty much been an accepted law of physics. Now, new research published March 1st in the journal Nature Nanotechnology has found that in some liquids, the opposite is true. Like charged particles attract. In the experiment, the researchers placed charged silica microparticles inside water or in one of two types of alcohol. Inside water, the positively charged particles push themselves away from each other, and the negatively charged particles clumped into tiny hexagonal structures. And when positively charged particles were placed inside ethanol or isopropyl, the opposite effect happened. Positive charges were attracted to each other, and the negative ones repelled. Now, about that Paula Abdul song. Ahead of the total solar eclipse on April 8th, a once-in-a-lifetime natural phenomenon, the American Astronomical Society, the AAS, is warning people of the risk of counterfeit and knockoff solar glasses. The AAS says that there is a way in which you can test your solar glasses before using them for the event. If you wear them inside your house, you shouldn't be able to see anything except for very, very bright lights, but they will appear faint. If you can see things like pictures on the wall, then the glasses are not dark enough for solar viewing. Simple enough, right? If they pass that indoor test, you can take them outdoors and have a look around. That's my public service announcement for the day. Archaeologists in Egypt have discovered a 4,300-year-old tomb with remarkable wall paintings illustrating everyday life, and the images are incredible. The tomb is located in Dashur, a site with royal pyramids and a vast necropolis that's about 20 miles south of Cairo. When the team returns to the field, they plan to excavate the burial shaft to see if any mummies remain. Other recent finds in Dashur include blocks from a small pyramid and a burial chamber that may belong to a princess. Always something to find in Egypt. And finally, I'll leave you with this. There's a specter haunting the tunnels of a particle accelerator at CERN. In the superproton synchrotron, physicists have finally measured and quantified an invisible structure that can divert the course of particles therein and create problems for particle research. They are calling them ghost particles. Some, or even all, of the rest of the universe could be made up of the ghost or hidden particles. They are thought to be a phantom doppelganger of the 17 particles of the standard model. Now, follow me on this. They are really hard to detect because they are very rarely interacting with anything in the world that we know. Like ghosts, they pass straight through everything and can't be detected by any earthly device. So the scientists at CERN are saying that they can't see, touch, measure, or capture these ghost particles, but that they exist and make up most of the universe. Call me crazy, but haven't we known this for thousands of years? That's right. Ghosts are real. We just don't know what they are. Zach Bagans right now is smiling for real. There you go. I'm telling you, this is the deal. In my research, I've seen things. I've done things. I have observed things. And as I research that and I move forward and search for answers, it leads me back to science. And science is saying the same thing that this community has been saying forever, but they call us crazy. Seriously. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Monday, March 25th, 2024. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Neumann. I want to remind everybody, tonight it's a very big show. Photographer Robert M. Knight is here, and he's also a UFO researcher. You're not going to want to miss tonight. That's right. But for now, all I've got is Go Backley Tappy.